Where's Marshall? He's the Antichrist. What up, YouTube world? It's your boy Halucha Lucha, aka Matthew J. Brownlee. Excuse me. Now I'm back with another Raw review. I was gonna do SmackDown yesterday, but I didn't do it because I was working, so it didn't happen. Couple of stuff going on SmackDown. We got the whole thing with the Bloodline. Uh, Jimmy opens the show. Crowd was missing Jimmy. He said, "Hey, I miss you guys too." But he's coming back to take out the Bloodline because the last time he was there, the Bloodline took him out. His own flesh and blood. His brother took him out. And then Roman comes out and he was like, "Hey," uh, he was like, "Hey, everybody, acknowledge." He was like, "I know we always say acknowledge me, but for tonight, acknowledge him or us," because he was including Jimmy for taking that beating, thanking him. He said he didn't even ask him to do it, but he did it anyway because Jimmy said that he's the only one in the family that still acknowledges Roman, and we need help. We need the numbers game. And the crowd was going, yeet, yeet, yeet. And Roman said, no yeet. And he said, I could talk to him. We're going to need him. They said that I think there's a match between Jimmy and Solo. Um, it was a good opening segment. It was good stuff. Next up, it was Knight and Hayes. Good match. Andrade was on the side. Um, Knight, of course, he beat Carmelo Hayes. And at the end, Andrade goes, "Don't forget to put the prize in the bag." It's hilarious. So that was good stuff. Um, this was the other thing I was talking about. That was good stuff. Women's wrestling. The tag team division is really heating up. Jade and Bianca has been on all three shows because they were on Raw last week. They were on NXT because they was doing a 6-woman person tag match. They're here defending their titles, and they defended them last night on Raw. I'm pretty sure they'll probably be on SmackDown or NXT again, maybe, because we'll talk about what happened on Raw, but they might be on NXT again. And then of course they're from SmackDown, so they'll definitely be on SmackDown. Um, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. It wasn't long because Kevin Owens, he comes. It was like, oh, I know you guys got a match, but people are asking me, why am I attacking Cody? Uh, Saying that uh, I'm in the wrong. And he said he wanted Cody to come out, and they're about to fight. And then Randy Orton came in. He was like, "Hey, calm down, relax." Kevin Owens is trying to go get through him, and then when Randy Orton is trying to calm Kevin down, Kevin Owens accidentally, boom, elbowed Randy right in the face. I think Randy then punched him, hit him with a bang, hit him, and then Kevin Owens was not happy about that. And he just went out. He just looked out like, what is going on? Randy Orton later on is telling Cody, "Hey, you got everybody just cool off. Everybody just calm down, relax. You just leave, take a breather. I'll handle Kevin Owens. I'll talk to him, smooth things out." But we learned that didn't happen because they were talking, and then Kevin Owens attacked Randy Orton, which was hilarious. But that took away from this match, where Chelsea and Piper Niven was on the sidelines and kind of getting in Lash's face, talking that trash to Lash, and then Lash pump kicks Chelsea, and that lets the distraction for Cargill and Bianca getting the wins. And it was only a couple of minutes, but in a couple of minutes, Lash and Jakara, they was showing out a little bit. They were getting uh, active. They were taking it to the champs. So hopefully this is, and what happened tonight is more of them. I don't know about being called up, but putting more spotlight on a tag division because it was something that is desperately needed. So now you got Chelsea and Piper still with the champs. You got Jakara and Lash. Now they probably got problems. Jakara and Damage Control probably definitely still got problems because of what happened last night. And then, of course, the champs probably still got problems with Jakara and Lash, too. So they got three different teams against them that, got beef with them. So that's good. So they get more spotlight on NXT with them. And, that's all good stuff. So, yeah, that was the match was not good stuff because it was short, but the objective part of it um, is good stuff. Next up was Naomi versus Nia Jax. Naomi gets the win on Nia Jax because the world champion, the world champion Liv with Dom and Raquel, they came out because Nia was telling Tiffany that she needs to cash in on Liv, so she comes out and then she also helps Naomi win. And then Solo Sikoa versus MGM Uso. Solo Sikoa wins because of bloodline stuff. Roman tries to help, but they attack him too. And then they're like, "Uso, we need him. We got to get the help." And the help was Jey Uso, as we saw tonight. Jimmy's trying to talk to Jay for him to come in and help us out. Jay said, "No way, Jose, get out my face, leave me alone." Which I don't blame him. It's like, man, it's been a couple years. You you guys mentally messed him up, and then you attacked him while he was about to be WWE champion. He's like, yeah, leave me alone. And then you cost me my tag titles with Cody. We could have had the greatest run of all time. Yeah. But then you messed it up. No, leave me alone. Bye. I hate you. Adios, amigo. And now because of you, everybody thinks that I suck because of that Mania match. Everybody thinks I suck. No, leave me alone. Bye. I'm Intercontinental Champion. You not nothing champion. That's what happened. The show, it was fine. I'm missing the 3 hours, man. I need the 3 hours. 3 hours was the good stuff, but we don't got it. This was a taped show because I don't know if it was because of Columbus Day. They didn't want them to work on that day, but it was a taped show. So they did doubles the taping, and then towards the end, you could probably you felt it, which is also good for this reason why it was only a 2 hour show because they would have did this for 6 hours. That would have been tough. But yeah, I mean, I guess for 6 hours they probably would have made it a little better because they probably would have had longer matches and better stuff to flesh out the show. But Rhea Ripley kicks off the show. She's calling out, of course, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, but instead of them, Tiffany Stratton comes out, interrupts everything, um, and she was saying that Rhea Ripley is in big trouble for with Nia Jax, and that's because on SmackDown when she did that after Nia lost, she attacked Liv Morgan and Raquel, and they was doing that, and then uh, Rhea Ripley comes out. That's my brutality. The crowd goes crazy, and she's going after Liv, but she kicks Nia Jax because Nia Jax has her. She kicks her out the ring, and then she beats up Liv Morgan a little bit. So that's why Nia says that. That's why Tiffany says that to Nia. Um, Even though it was taped, I guess that's what they wanted to make it feel like. And then she said also to Liv Morgan that she probably will cash in on her. Then they go back and forth, and then they get attacked by Liv and Raquel. And then later on, uh, Rhea Ripley's like she's mad. She's like, I want them tonight. I want them now. And she's like, and Pierce was just like, look, you can't just do that alone, so you gotta have the partners. Like, can Priest be my partner? Like, no. We'll find you a different a partner. She's like, I don't want to do it. And then, of course, Tiffany Stratton comes and she was like, hey, you see what those idiots did? I do something about it. And then Pierce was like, how about Tiffany Stratton? And she was like, oh, I hate this. Fine, whatever. He was like, well, there you go. So, like, Tiffany was like, what are you talking about? He was like, hey, you'll find out later. And that's the tag team. So that's that happened. Next up, tag team action. More tag teams. Damage Control. They are facing off against Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Yeah, this was good stuff. Yeah, that match was good stuff. I liked everything about it. Lash and Jakara was sitting at ringside, was there, which again makes, even though it was taped, it makes sense um, why they were out there. So now they show that they're more involved. So that's good stuff. Uh, yeah, this match was great. There was a thing with, of course, anytime you get Io Sky and Bianca Belair, they're just made to wrestle together, and they're back and forth. Sheesh, good stuff. We like all of those. There was a cool spot where when Io tagged in Kyrie hit the ropes, and then Io lifted her up, and she did like a cool, insane, mini insane elbow drop on Bianca. That was fire. Uh, the chemistry with Io and Bianca was a little better on this. This match was really really good, and it's good that Jay Cargill is getting so much better, like by a landslide better than when she first came in, which is why her and Bianca is perfect together. While she has her, Bianca, and Naomi, three great vets. It's crazy calling Bianca a vet already. She's only been wrestling for like what 4 or 5 years, but she's already like, or maybe like 5 or 6 years, but she's already like a vet, like a mini vet, and she's already main evented WrestleMania. She's won WrestleMania, so she's like 2, 3, 4-0 at WrestleMania already. She's so good. She's so good. And yeah, so yeah, this match was great. Um, there was a thing where towards the end of the match, uh, they kind of have Jakara and Lash out there, and they were taking out the champs were taking out Kyrie, and then they were jaw jacking Lash and Jakara, and then Io hits this phenomenal moonsault off the top rope onto the champs, and then she's jaw jacking Lash and Jakara, and while the ref is distracted, Lash grabs Damage Control's hair or Io's hair. Jakara punches her in the face. She gets kind of dazed. She goes in. Uh, Bianca does a stalling suplex. She lifts her up from the apron, hits a suplex, uh, keeps it in there while she's walking in the ring, turns it to a KOD for the win. Damage Control probably would have won the second title if it wasn't for Lash and Jakara, so they got them to thank. Uh, but we like those with Jash, with Lash and Jakara for metaphor. More of them on all the TVs. Give them Ross. Don't even keep them in the NXT. Don't sign her a contract and keep her on Raw and SmackDown and NXT. Do that. Do that. That's good stuff. We like those. Um, there was a pre-recorded thing with Braun Breaker explaining what he did last week to Jay Uso, as he was showing him respect because of what he did, but Jay didn't show it back. He said that he didn't need his family, even though there's legends in this family, like the two legends. He said he's going to surpass them, and they're going to look up to him like he looked up to them. He said, "Pause, no Diddy." He said that Jay's been sucking up all his bloodline family members. Filthy. Their talent, success. This 14 years he's been there. He said they're not going to save him from that Intercontinental title. Oh, that was, yeah. That was good stuff, but that ending was filthy. Also, because we're doing a lot of we're not doing a lot of wrestling anymore because it's only 2 hours. So Adam Pearce was at assuming Brunson Reed's house, talking about, hey, he's a monster. Uh, Pierce was saying pretty much what everybody always been thinking anyway. Uh, you just let everybody go crazy on the show. He was like, yeah, I let a little chaos on the show because I let everybody handle out their own problems. But what you're out here doing, attacking security people, uh, bombarding talent or people in the crowd, fans, and stuff like that. You're going too far. You're like, oh, okay, my bad. That was on. You're right. That was on me. I did that. That was my fault. But you come on. The structure comes with this. What happens when you give us a last march to standing match. That's what will happen. But I like you. You're right. Give me a match. I'll stop doing it. He was like, all right, I got you. I was like, I'll talk to Seth, and I'll be with you. I'll contact you very soon. And Bronson Reed was pretty much saying he wants to show everybody the reason why he's doing what he's doing is because he wants to be one of the main event players. He thinks he's a main event player that he wants to prove it. That's why he wants this. That's why he's been doing what he's doing and why he wants to match with Seth. And then Seth later on says, "Hey, I'm with you. I want the match. Let's do it." And Adam Pearce's concern was, you've had like 5 matches, and all the times you've had these matches, you've been hurt. He was like, yeah, but being hurt comes with the territory, comes with the game. I want the match. Give them the match, and they're going to do the match. I don't know if it's next. It's probably not next week because I don't think they announced it for next week. But it'll probably be soon. Maybe it's at Saudi Arabia. That will probably be what I'm thinking. Next up, it is Alpha Academy. They're doing a tag team. They had an Alpha Academy video package. You gotta watch it. It's hilarious. It's they're so goofy. They're so goofy. It's hilarious. They're so goofy, but it works. Um, yeah, they're hilarious. You gotta just watch it. Um, but they're doing a tag team tournament match, and this is to determine who is going to be the number one contenders for the tag team titles. Because again, Paul Pierce is everywhere, and of course, again, only 2 hours, so you got to get a lot in. Uh, the tag team champions was trying to talk to Pierce about Finn Balor getting another chance at Damian Priest. He's like, no, you had your chance and he lost. He kind of beat all of you guys, so that's a no go. What you guys got to do is worry about defending those tag team titles that you barely defend. You defended it one time, and we're having a tag team title tournament match. And at the end of that match, they're gonna face you guys. It was like, bring it on. We don't care. We're not scared. He said, you guys should be. And you know why? Because their opponents was the War Raiders, not the Viking Experience, not the Viking Raiders, the War Raiders. They're back, and they demolished Otis and Tozawa. Their finish was ridiculous. um, Eric tossed Tozawa in the air while Ivar was on the top doing a splash. That was crazy. Otis was trying to do the worm. Boom, got roundhouse kicked. Oh, yeah, this was good stuff. We like those. It was not very long. And pause. And that was good stuff. War Raiders win. So they might end up winning the whole tournament. I'm assuming they're going to win the whole tournament. In that thing backstage, Seth did say, "I have conquered beasts and slayed kings," um, which he was talking about Brock Lesnar. Which I think that was I don't know if that's the first time or the second time, but Brock Lesnar, it was the second time, or this was the first time. Brock Lesnar and slayed kings. I don't know what he's talking. Maybe he's talking about Triple H because Triple H is the only king of kings, so maybe he's talking about Triple H. Um, Yeah, so that match was that. The second time that it was mentioned, Brock Lesnar, was during this next segment. It was Cody Rhodes and Gunther. Um, Gunther comes out and he says, "I'm not gonna be like those other ones, the other opponents that I have," and I talk down to him. I actually have admiral respect for you, Cody Rhodes. He was like, "We're in the boom here. We're in the boom business. Business has never been better, and you're the reason why. You're at the top of the. You're the flagship of wrestling. You're everywhere, and I admire you, and I appreciate you for that." And then Gunther started saying, uh, uh, he was talking about friends. He's like, your weakness. He was saying his weakness is friends. I had a brain fart for a second. He said his weakness is he's his friends. He's too friendly. Um, and then everybody that he's been friends with, he's turned on him. It's like you'll see soon. Cody Kevin Owens, he's one of them, and Cody Rhodes pretty much was like, uh, you're swimming in the deep waters. He said, you think you're swimming in the deep waters, but your feet are still touching the bottom of the pool. You have never been in the ring one on one with me. Uh, he said he's defeated a frightened beast, which was a frightening beast, which he was talking about Brock Lesnar. And that, so he was saying that you don't have no chance with me. Uh, but yeah, it was cool. It was good stuff. We like those. Uh, Cody Rhodes goes to shake his hand. Gunther didn't want to do it at first, but he ended up doing it. And that was the end of the segment. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on SmackDown. That is going to be still more stuff with him, Kevin, and Randy Orton. And I'm assuming Randy Orton is probably going to be on him too now because Kevin Owens is now a problem. And Randy Orton told Cody Rhodes, he said, you teaming with or being with Roman isn't a problem yet until you make it a problem. And now he's made it a problem. And now I think Randy Orton is going to go after uh, Cody too. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But next up, Kofi Kingston versus Braun Breaker. Yeah. This match was not long. It was really one sided. Braun Breaker was taking out Kofi Kingston, breaking him into pieces. Uh, Kofi got a couple of cool spots in, but at the end, you know what it was. Braun Breaker defeats Kofi Kingston with the super spear, they're now calling it. Kofi Kingston is getting attacked now by Braun Breaker. Then Xavier Woods comes out to comfort him or to console him and get Braun Breaker away. And then Braun Breaker attacks Woods from behind, and then Jay Uso comes out to help them both. Hits him with double super kicks, and a spear. Good stuff. Um, there was a video package for Dragon Lee. It was good stuff. Um, he was saying that he's glad that he's uh, in the LWO. He's destined to fly, and he's really ready to show the world who he is. That was good stuff. Next up is R-Truth versus The Miz. This match was not long. Uh, as soon as the match was going to start, Truth was being goofy, doing what's up, he was doing the dance, wanted, was trying to get Miz to shake his hand. Miz was deadpan serious, trying not to laugh because I would have cracked. And then he finally shakes his hand. He was like, all right, come on, let's go. I want you to be serious. And then Final Testament comes out and got stood there and then distracted the Miz, and then R-Truth was like, fuck it. And then just rolled up Miz for the win. He was like, let's go! I won! 3 seconds, let's do this. Hey, I won, let's go. Let's go. And then the Miz attacked him and beat him up. Well, he was gonna leave. And I was like, oh yeah, he was giving high fives to Karrion Kross. He was like, get him. And then LP attacked R-Truth, and then Miz hit a skull crushing finale at the end. Hilarious. And while they were doing it, it was the Wyatt Six video thing, and I think the crowd saw that because they was like, oh, for that. So that's good stuff. Um, Jay was. I guess I'll just do this stuff now. Uh, Jay, after he did that, was going backstage. I guess he was going to his locker room, and then Jimmy was there. He was like, "Hey, bro, we need to talk." He didn't really say nothing. He just walked away, just closed the door. It was out of there. And then later on, Jimmy was like, he was trying to look for 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 Jay, and then Jay opens the door. He was like, "Man, come on!" He was like, "I need your help," and he said, "No, I no, get out my face. I'm out of here," and then he leaves. So that was that. And then, was there any other thing that happened before the main event? I don't think so. I think that was it. So the main event was Tiffany Stratton and Rhea Ripley versus the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. This match was fine. It was good stuff. Tiffany Stratton's going to be a great babyface. She was taking a lot of that ass whooping from Raquel and Liv, most of Raquel. And Tiffany tagged in Rhea Ripley. The funny part, because Rhea Ripley, she's really animated. She's always yelling when she's outside the ring, and she's yelling at Liv. She's like, "Get better!" Or no, she said, "Come on, hurry!" She's like, "Come on!" She's like, "I'm trying." That was hilarious. But yeah, that was fun. And then Nia Jax interfered. She got in the way and then ruled it a no contest. After the match was getting good, darn you, Nia Jax. But the match was good. Um, and then at the end, um, uh, Rhea, I think, was going after Raquel Rodriguez, so they were fighting a little bit, and then they took her out, and then they're taking Liv out, and then she's looking at Tiffany Stratton. She's like, oh, cash in, cash in, cash in. Oh, so she gets the briefcase. She's like, yeah, I'm about to cash in. The crowd was going crazy. It's like, oh, she's about to cash in. But then Dom Mysterio comes, grabs Liv Morgan, picks her up, and then she's with uh, Raquel. So they leave for the show there. Oh, there is one more thing that happened. Uh, Liv Morgan is preparing, or not Liv Morgan, or that there's two things that happened. Liv Morgan was going to was talking with uh, with JD McDonough because uh, Finn Balor was mad that he didn't get his rematch with Damian Priest. So he left. She was like, "Oh, did you guys get the rematch?" It's like, "Nah, no rematch. Uh, it sucks." He was like, "But we have to defend our titles against this stupid tournament." And then she was like, "Oh well. Anyways, good news. We're still champs. Let's go." And he said, "And I want you to meet the newest member of Judgment Day, Raquel Rodriguez." And then she comes up, Carlito. He's like, "Oh, Raquel. Oh, hello. That's cool." So that was hilarious. So that, hey, they keep that up. Hey, we might get a little bit of uh, a little bit of character for Liv or for Raquel. You know, she might show some acting chops or something like that. She might, we might get her to that level. But also, Rhea Ripley was backstage, and she was with Damian Priest. Damian Priest comes, gives her a jacket. It was like, hey, you need some help? I got you. He's like, nah, I got it. He's like, I can, as long as the Judgment Day business with you, the Judgment Day business with me. He's like, yeah, you handle. He's like, you need to worry about the thing that we talked about, you being world champion. He's like, yeah. He was like, I guess since I'm done with them, I will be on my quest to be world heavyweight champion. So, Damian Priest is now in the world championship, back in that thing. You got probably CM Punk, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. Sheesh, that division is deep. That main event division is deep. And even for uh, Jay Uso now, even after, well, and then Braun Breaker, because he's probably going to lose still to Jay Uso, and then he's going to get in that top title picture. So now you got Braun Breaker, you got uh, Gunther, you got Seth Rollins, you got Drew McIntyre, you got CM Punk, you got Damian Priest. Sheesh, you got top talent in that. And Brunson Reed, Braun Strowman. Yeah, that's all good stuff. And then after that, for Jay, you got uh, Sami Zayn. You'll probably have like Dom Mysterio, um, Dragon Lee, probably Rey Mysterio, even though he could probably also be top guy too. He could be world title pitcher. Rey Mysterio, Xavier Woods. Yeah, there's good stuff that's going on, and even in the women's tag division, there's good stuff going on everywhere. So that was all good stuff. We like those. There was a moment where Rhea Ripley and Stratton they were arguing out there, and then Liv grabs Liv's grab is grabbed by Raquel. Raquel grabs her in a power palm position, tosses her out, and takes them both out. Uh, Rhea Ripley's hot tag is crazy. She goes in and she just destroys people. Yeah, Tiffany Stratton's gonna be a great big fit. But yeah, that was the show. 2 hours, man. Not long enough, if you ask me. I think it should be longer. 3 hours was good stuff. But next week they announced that it is in the main event. They said in the main event is going to be Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. I think Jay's gonna win. I don't think that he's gonna already drop it after just getting it and being a big deal like this. So I think they're gonna give him the win and finally, acknowledge him as like a great champion and stuff like that. And I think they're gonna put him back in that world title picture after that. But I also think Jimmy might help him win. If something's going too crazy, I think maybe Jimmy might help because of the other times when Jimmy turned, helped him lose those titles, lose the title. I think this time he's going to help him to be like, hey, I'm trying to help, and then that's how that will be. Or maybe he still turns heel, and then maybe Braun Breaker gets involved in this bloodline stuff. That'd be interesting. We don't know. And then they also announced two tag team title turmoil tournament matches. It is the New Day versus the Final Testament, and I think it's Alpha Academy versus somebody I forgot. I forgot who they're facing. I'm about to find out right now. It is. Oh, is it LW? It's not LWO. It's not LWO. Um, it's not L. Oh, is it LWO? I don't think it's LWO. Who is it? Who are they facing? Alpha Academy. Wait, what? Oh, it is LWO, but it's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Oh, okay. So it's New Day versus AOP and American Made versus LWO's Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee. Okay, there you go. So, oh man, New Day, they might lose. New Day will probably lose that match, and it'll probably be War Raiders versus AOP, which they have history from NXT. And then I don't know who won with American Made and Ray and Dragon League. They just did the video package, and Rey Mysterio is Rey Mysterio. That match is gonna be great though. That match is gonna be fire. That match is about to be fire. Um, I want to say American Made still wins because they got the numbers advantage, and that could probably get into a program with Chad Gable, or I'll probably get into a program with Zelina Vega and uh, my girl, uh, Ivy Nile, who I love. So that'll be great. That'll be good stuff. And then you can either get into Chad Gable versus Rey Mysterio or Chad Gable versus Dragon Lee. Yes, please. We take both of those. We like those both. And then Intercontinental title, uh, Jay Uso versus Braun Breaker. I think that's all they announced. I don't think anything else was announced next week. So that was the show. Good stuff. We like those. Uh, what did you guys think of the show? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.